Hello, today we're going to be learning about pattern matching in F#. Pattern matching allows you to compare data with a logical structure or structures, decompose data into constituent parts, or extract information from data in various ways. So this is our basic usage. What we're going to do is match our exper with, if this here true, if pattern 1 here is true, then we're going to get the result. If pattern 2 here is, if this is false and pattern 2 here is true, then we get result 2. If both of these are false and pattern 3 when pattern exper 2 is true, we're going to get result 3. Otherwise, we're going to get our default result. These are some symbols that we're going to use. This pipe here is a guard, and it's also an OR. This here is an if condition. If the condition before is true, then do what's after. This is our wildcard. We have an AND pattern and a cons pattern. So our first example here is a Fibonacci sequence. This will compute the Fibonacci sequence from number n that you give it. So we call it down here with fib I, which is going to put in, for this for loop here, is going to put I to all the way to 10 here. And so the first time it runs through, n is going to be 1. And then we're going to match n, which is 1, with one of these. So if 1 is 1 here, so it's going to print out 1. And then when it's 2, it's going to come up here. It's not 0, it's not 1, it's going to be otherwise here. This is our wildcard. It's going to do this. It's going to call Fibonacci n-1 plus Fibonacci n-2. I want you to go ahead and compute all the values. Pause the video, and we're going to go over the answers here next. Okay. So first, Fibonacci 1 and 1, 2 is 1, 3 and 2, and so on and so forth, computing the Fibonacci sequence from 1 to 10.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Okay, so we have example 2 here. Let print season month equal match month with whatever these are. So first we're going to call print season with February. We're going to come up here, print season, month is February, match February with this isn't true, or this isn't true, or this is true. So we're going to print winter. Now we get April. We're going to come up here to the same exact thing, print season month, which is April, match April with, all these are false, this is false, but this is true. So we're going to print F spring. I want you to do the next two on your own and check your answers on this next slide. Okay, so this is what we said here, winter, spring, and the next two are autumn and rainy. Okay, now we're on when statements. You can use a when clause to specify an additional condition that the variable must satisfy to match a pattern. Such a clause is referred to as a guard. The expression following the when keyword is not evaluated unless a match is made to the pattern associated with that guard. Okay, example 1 with our when statement. So we're going to call print fn with our sign of -20. So it calls sign with -20. Sign comes up here. G equals our function. Sign is not 0, so it moves on. So x, when x is less than 0. And that's going to be true, because our x is -20 and it's less than 0. So that's going to print out 1. Next, it says sign 20. So when it comes up here, it puts our 20 in. This isn't true. This isn't true. X, when x is greater than 0, it's going to print out 1. So the 1's going to be here, it's going to print out the 1. Now our last one, it says sign of 0. So it comes up here with our sign function. It's 0, so it's going to print out 0. Let's see if we're correct. -1, 1, and 0. Yes, we are correct. Alright, so now we're going to do pattern matching with tuples. So we're going to print our greeting with Zara and English. So we're going to pass this tuple in as Zara and English. So it comes up here. Name is Zara, English is subject. We're matching our name and subject with. So this first condition is true here because the name is Zara and we have an underscore, so we don't care what's next. So we just say, hello, Zara. Next, we're passing through our tuple Raymond and computer science. So we go down here, go back up here, name is Raymond, subject is computer science. We're matching this with, we come down here to name, and then English, so that's, our subject is not English, so we're going to keep going. And then now here we are, name with our underscore. So we are going to print out, so this is true because name and underscore. So when subject dot starts with computer science. So subject does start with computer science. So it's going to print out hello, name from Department of Computer Science. And name here is going to be Raymond. So our last one, Ravi in mathematics. So the name is not Zara. Subject is not English. This part here is true, but it fails here because subject does not start with computer science. And then this fails as well because subject is not accounts and finance. But this here wildcard is going to come out to true because it says you are not registered into the system. And this is exactly what we got here. Hello Zara, hello Raymond from the Department of Computer Science, and then you are not registered into the system. Okay, so this is a list pattern. Let the list length list equal match list with what we have here in our first one is list length of 1. So our list length of we have only 1 in here, and it's 1. Match list with, this is empty, our list is not empty, or our list has 1, so it equals 1. Our list length here with 2 comes down here, fails this one, and we're going to pass this one, is going to be our length of 2. And list length of 3 items, so going to come up here, our list here, match our list with 3 items with, it's going to fill all these, and then here it's going to match because there's 1, 2, and 3 inside of it. We don't care what's inside of it, we're just counting our 3. So it's going to print out 3. And then next is our empty list. So it's going to come down here, match the first one, and just print out 0. So this is our cons pattern. We're letting our list equal 1, 2, 3, and 4 up here. And then at the very bottom, we're calling print list with list 1. So we're calling this with this list. So we're matching L with if there's a head and a tail, then we're going to print the head, and then we're going to call this function recursively with the tail. So it comes back up here, 2, 3, 4 of a list, comes back down, prints out the head, and then goes back up, calls itself again with 3 and 4, comes back down, prints out the head, calls this function again with a list of just 4, comes down, prints out 4, and then calls the function again with an empty list, which comes back up here. This fails because there's no head and tail, and this one passes and it just prints out nothing. And that is the end of our video.